Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today we're going to get Milestone 59. It is the last milestone reward before we get the Becky Lynch herself. And here we are, we're going to get 3 copies of a Royal Rumble 25 card, we're going to get 3 copies of a Royal Rumble 25 support, and then we're also going to get a Legion equipment, and then 2 of the following Train Up Plus Pluses. So, I couldn't do the solo squad and I couldn't do this match either. I can do 2 matches on both, but I need to wait until we get slightly better left arrows or slightly better equipment before we can finish those ones off. So instead we're going into the first match of Roman Reigns, which is the final boss, and this one allows you to use all of the arrows, and it also only requires you using power. So because it's only power, that makes it a little bit more difficult because you need a lot of power equipment. But let's jump in. I think I'm fairly confident that I can do this one. And this could go horribly wrong here, but our diesel is going to help quite a lot there. So the first one is power, and that was weird. We are going to use our big Jacob Fatu here. He should have no problems winning this match against CM Punk. Then it's going to be Charlotte Flair, and she shouldn't have any problems winning either. And this last one is a little bit that becomes tricky because it's probably going to require the super move. Let me try it without the super move first, and then we'll do this again with the super move and see how close we come. Again, I feel like that's not going to be enough. Yeah, it isn't. But if we use that super move in that last match, then yes, we would be able to. So we're just going to do that one more time and get that last star there. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you would like me to live stream when I attempt to try and get the Becky Lynch. I've done it in the past. It's been quite popular. That you guys have helped out. So once again, Jacob Fatu, no problem whatsoever. Charlotte Flair, no problem whatsoever. And then we just need to use that super move on that last one just to finish this off. And we'll use the table as well just to make sure. There are 69.56. This should be more than enough to beat these two at 36,000 each. And there we go. Perfect game for a big old Grand Cat. And there's our campaign rewards. And now let's get the actual reward that we care about. I'm going to screenshot that just in case I want that to be the thumbnail. And we've got ourselves elbow pads, which is plus power. We've got the Royal Rumble 25 train up. I'm really curious to see what the character is. Road case, which is not what we really wanted. We would much preferred it to be one singular stat. And it is Xavier Woods, which is not the best. We've already got a pro Xavier Woods. But at least we now know that it is a Xavier Woods was the final reward there. I think we'll lock down these L pads. So those weren't the best rewards we could have possibly got, not even close. Let me just go into combinable now. And with our Xavier Woods, we've already got a pro Xavier Woods, so this will make him a fortified 3, and that is exactly what we're going to do with our Xavier Woods here, because there's no point in having a additional pro. So we're going to fortify him 3 times. And that should also bring him up to Fortified 2, I hope. No, it's just at the edge of Fortified 2 there. Let's go to our road case, which again we've already got a pro of, so this is going to be a Fortified 3 road case, which again we do not need, but it is what we are taking. We don't need 2 road cases, obviously. 1 is more than enough. But now that we are no longer going to get any more actual, like, regular cards from campaign mode, the last one is just going to be the Becky Lynch and then 5 gold fusion tokens, that means that we can get rid of some of our cards that we no longer need. So let's just take a quick look at our male left arrows first of all. So at this stage, we no longer need this Jacob Fatu, Dominic Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, Karrion Kross, or Akam, because none of those are going to make it into our top 4. Once we get this pro Uncle Howdy, that will certainly either come up to Finn Balor or just below Finn Balor, and we'll either replace this double heroic Uncle Howdy. Also, there's a possibility of getting the Finn Balor from the PCC event, which I will show you just here. It's either going to be Finn Balor or it's going to be AJ Styles. So these 5 cards are no longer required. Arguably, we don't even need the Rock anymore, but I was keeping him because that plus charisma was helping through a couple of those left arrows in that last one. Let's take a look at our right arrows now. So there you can see there's all of our fortified right arrows. That Xavier Woods is going to be a fortified 3 as well. There you can see the fortified 1 John Cena. And we also have a pro Seth freaking Rollins, which means we don't need this Jey Uso, this Solo Sikoa, this Eric Rowan, and we also don't need these Miz's, which is actually a pro. We don't need this Tongaloa, this Carlito, this Razor, and we certainly don't need the pro Razor either. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to pro these 2 Razors just to get the star. And we're going to do the same for the Miz, because unfortunately he just isn't going to be good enough for our deck. He's not going to overtake this fortified 1 John Cena or the fortified 1 Kane. Even the pro Seth Rollins is really only going to be there for the speed factor that he has, because of course the Stomp gives a lot of power to the speed and charisma, and also Seth Rollins is one of the strongest cards in the format. So we're going to get rid of all of those as well. Let's take a look at our up arrows. So the Papa Shango does still hold a purpose, because we're going to get the Papa Shango equipment from Daily Streak. So that's why we're going to make the pro of him. But we don't need this JD McDonough, nor do we need this Axiom either. We've already got our Fortified 2 Jimmy Uso and our pro Iron Sheik. Once we get the pro Papa Shango, that will probably replace the Jimmy up here as well. And especially with that power equipment, there's Royal Rumble 25 that gives additional power to Papa Shango as well. That means that that's going to 100% replace all of those. We're also going to make our way through Block Bash, I was about to say Block Party, and that will also give us a potential Triple H from the rewards. Let me just show you. It'll potentially give us the Triple H reward. There he is. And once we hit the milestones, it will also give us this up arrow Cupid as well. So in terms of up arrows, I am quite fine for getting rid of these. In fact, I actually might even get rid of Iron Sheik eventually as well. Let's take a look at our down arrows. Now, our down arrows are very, very strange. There is our Fortified 1 Nathan Frazier, who has only just surpassed the double heroic Penta and Shinsuke Nakamura. If it hadn't been that Fortified 1, we would have been getting rid of him. We do have our pro Shinsuke Nakamura. He needs to get his 100 matches in 10 variants so that he can make it up there. We do have a Fortified 1 Bushwhacker Luke, who is actually weaker than the regular pro Shinsuke Nakamura. But unfortunately, we don't need the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. We don't need Chris Sabin. And we don't need the big old Umaga either. We're going to get rid of each of those. And we might even get rid of Nathan Frazier as well at some point. And possibly even Bushwhacker Luke. because those are... Bushwhacker Luke, I think, is the weakest card in the entire Royal Rumble tier. So that might very well be gotten rid of at some stage. But at the moment, we're going to focus on getting our Shinsuke Nakamura. You know what, I'm going to change the image of the Shinsuke Nakamura just so that they are a little bit different from one another. Let's go very old school with Shinsuke Nakamura. That was him pretty much when he came just from New Japan. Just going to take a quick look here. I quite like this one. Yeah, we'll go with that one. It's a more modern look without the face paint on. So now let's take a look at our females. We'll start with the down arrows. So we've got a Pro Asuka on the way, and this Liv Morgan is not naturally down arrow. We've got her with the down arrow equipment on. Without this down arrow equipment, she is, of course, a left arrow. We're going to put that down arrow equipment back on her because it makes more sense for her. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten where the down arrows are. There it is. And we may at some point get rid of Tiffany Stratton. Of course, we're not getting rid of the fortified one, Mrs. Claus. She's still very, very strong. And we've got a Pro Piper Niven. The Pro Asuka is going to be very strong as well when she gets her last few matches in there. Let's take a look at our up arrows. Up arrows could be looking better. We have a singular Bianca Belair. If we've got a Pro, I would obviously be working to try and make that happen. But instead, our best one still is our double heroic Bianca Belair. We've got the Pro Legion Bianca Belair, and we've got the Royal Rumble 25 Bianca Belair, and we've got a Maxine Dupree that we got at the beginning of Legion tier. So those all have to stay. Take a look at our right arrows. Now that we've got the Charlotte Flair, we don't actually need this Bayley. She is our weakest one. We've got our Nikita Lyons, which is a fortified 1 fusion. We've got our Charlotte Flair that's fortified 3, and we've got our Lyra Valkyria, which is fortified 2. So I think the Bayley might need to come out. The Dakota Kai we're keeping because it's our double heroic. It's the only feral double heroic from season 11. So I think Bayley can be removed. I don't think she's going to help out any tremendous amount there. And then in terms of left arrows, we do have a single Io Sky and Liv Morgan. Of course, we get a Pro of either of them. That would help out tremendously. But there is the rest of the left arrows. This Survivor Series Rhea Ripley still holds a bit of a purpose because she has the high power and toughness. And we are still trying to make it through just a couple of the left arrows in campaign mode. So she might help out there. The Raw Rhea Ripley is, of course, our best one, followed by our Fortified 3 Fusion, Zelina Vega, then followed by the Pro Raw Becky Lynch, and then, of course, the Special Edition Naomi with the very cool changing colours. And there we are, just in terms of general. Let's look at our males first of all. So I think the Jacob Fatu is only higher here because he's got the equipment on him rather than the Heartbreak Kid. I'm not entirely sure actually. Let me just go ahead and remove these. We'll just go ahead and remove the equipment and test that out. Yeah, so the Shawn Michaels is still stronger than the Pro Jacob Fatu. That makes sense because although they're both special editions, this one's a unique special edition. This one is part of a collaboration, well, a multiple special edition. There is multiple block party cards you can get, and generally when something is single, like Shawn Michaels here, then that is a bit better. The double heroic CM Punk is still the best card that you can currently get. Of course, if you get within the top, I think it's like top 300 or top 500 of the Triple H block party, that card would be stronger. But other than that, it won't be. Same with the PCC Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. If we can get in the top 500 of that, it should be stronger than a double heroic. So that is how that works. But in terms of our top 16, you can see that a few of the double heroic Legion cards are still up here. You can see our 16th best card currently is the Iron Sheik, but that's only because we haven't got our 100 matches on Big Match John Cena yet. Once we do, then he will certainly take over big old Iron Sheik baby, and We've got another couple of pros down here as well, the Shinsuke Nakamura and the Bushwhacker look that we need to get their variants and their matches done. And of course we've got the pro Uncle Howdy on the way, and the pro Seth Rollins and the pro Papa Shango as well. So we've got quite a few there that need to go into our male deck. In terms of our females, there you can see that Charlotte Flair is our best one, followed by the pro Royal Rumble 25 Piper Niven. Then it's the double heroic Bianca Belair, followed by the fortified 1 Raw Rhea Ripley, which surprises me. Does this have momentum on it? No, it doesn't. It surprises me that that's stronger than the Mrs. Claus, considering they're both Legion, and Mrs. Claus should be stronger in terms of fortified 1 than the fortified 1 Rhea Ripley, but there we are. There's a fortified 3 Fusions Leon Vega, the Raw Becky Lynch, Naomi, and there you can see we're still using a lot of our Legions. Our Legion Pro Maxine Dupree is still our 16th best card. Of course, that will change once we get the Pro Asuka. She should replace that Maxine Dupree. And if we get any more female pros, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, or Bianca Belair, those would also skyrocket through those as well. And there we go, folks. So that is going to be it for this little video. I really hope that you have all enjoyed. The next thing I have to do is to try and grind my way through the end of Roman Reigns, which isn't going to be an easy task. And then I'm just going to need a little bit of better left arrows to take out Solo Sikoa here, and of course to take out this number 76, which I can technically win all three, but the third match is a tag charisma and I need to hit a super move in order to win, but I need to use the... No, I need to hit a finisher to win, but I need to use the super move in either round 1 or round 2. I can win either round 1 or round 2 with a super move, but I can't win both. So we are very much relying on the finisher, which only has a, I think it's a 10% or 20% chance of hitting. Whereas if I get up that double heroic, no, if I get up, not double heroic, sorry, if I get up the pro Uncle Howdy, that could potentially have a better charisma stat than what the double heroic Legion Uncle Howdy does. And if that were the case, then I would be able to win through that one, through that. So I've got a lot of work left to do. We've still got Block Party ongoing. We've got the People's Champion Challenge coming soon, the PCC, and there's no other events currently ongoing. Do be aware that the collectibles for Shawn Michaels ends in 5 days and 10 hours. So you've got that long to try and get yourself a pro or fortify your Shawn Michaels. There is a couple of ongoing quests. We've got the Curls and Clothesline quest, which can give you a Royal Rumble 25 Rick Steiner. We've got the Block Bash quest, which gives you potential chances of pulling any of the special Block Bash cards. And of course it also gives you the 25 skill tree tokens. And also do remember that in your offers, the free pack also gives you 2 skill tree tokens, my god, I can't speak, and a bash token as well. So that is certainly well worth claiming to get those up, which will help you tremendously with the Block Bash event. And that is now going to 100% be it, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you all enjoyed. By the time you next see me, these cards will probably all be gone. So that is us getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards from Royal Rumble tier that we do not need. Wow, that is a lot. So I'm going to go from 493 all the way down to... Well, I can't do the math at the moment because it is 9:25 AM here and I have been up all night. So, my goodness. But that is going to be it for this little video. I might keep... I was thinking I might keep the Cody Rhodes. I might keep the Jey Uso because they'll be quite strong cards. So maybe I won't get rid of all 17. But we will see. With that said, folks, that is going to be it for this little video, and I really hope that you've all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out, and we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.